Logic is on steroids, and I'm doing fine.
Yeah, welcome to Logic on Steroids. This is Alan Lewis Genius. Please hit subscribe. Please like the video. This is actually my second video. Okay, today we're gonna talk about something real serious over here. You got what's her name? Her name is Tiffany Moss. Now, if you remember this video here,
we the jury recommend and fix the penalty as death.
She didn't even flinch when they gave her the death sentence. Yep, death penalty. That's in Georgia. And guess what? I want to bring something to your attention. She's actually the third female to get executed in Georgia. That's what I learned. And she's the only woman right now in Georgia who is awaiting execution. The only. That's crazy, you know what I mean? So right now with you, I just want to go to the Wikipedia and just share a little something with you. And then I'm gonna play the clip from her mother-in-law, which is young Tiffany Moss' grandmother. Rest in peace, Amani, little cute looking girl. See her on the screen right here? Let's check out the Wikipedia right quick and fast. Please don't forget to hit subscribe. Let's go. Okay, location. All right, Lawrenceville, Georgia. Okay, she was, let me see, let's say October 28, 2013, 9 years ago. That's when the incident occurred, I guess. Okay, attack type, say child murder. She was murdered, tortured. Her perpetrators were Tiffany Moss and Eamon Moss. Damn, her perpetrators. You know, you don't think you're ever gonna hear something like that. You know what I mean? That's your own child, or at least a child at that. You know what I'm saying? You don't murder a child. It's crazy, man. Okay, motive, resentments, Cinderella effect. Wow, that's actually a thing. Cinderella effect. Yes, because Cinderella was living with her mean stepmom, right, or something like that. Yeah, I think I forgot about Cinderella, man. I'm from the 80s, baby. Well, I'm from the end of 70s, but I'm an 80s baby. Okay, verdict. Tiffany was found guilty on all counts. Iman pleaded guilty. He was the smart one to plead guilty because, your wife has some kind of resentment for your child, and she purposely starved your kid while the other kids you have with her are getting fed and treated nice. Yeah, that's favoritism to the extreme max. The little girl ran away a few times, which were the signs of, yo, come help me. You know, this bitch trying to kill me. You know what I mean? She ran away a few times, but, you know, nobody came to her aid. Well, they came to her aid, but they didn't see the magnitude of what was to come. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so it's kind of sad that, you know, and you think that people will be mature. If you're mature enough to have a child or even get married, but not mature enough to treat a child as if they have nothing to do with what you've been through in life, like whatever you've been through, that child has nothing to do with that. How can you punish that child? How can you hate the mother of that child when all this happened before you were even in your husband's life? How can you be resentful to that innocent little kid? Yo, this is crazy. Thanks for making that short go viral. Okay, so let's move it on up. Okay, conviction. Tiffany convicted of malice murder, felony murder, 2 counts of those. First degree cruelty to children, 2 counts of those. Concealing the death of another. Yeah, just trying to hide it. They put the child in a container or something like that. And then they tried to burn the body. I mean, you got a dead kid. The first thing you should do is what? Not murder the child. That's the first thing you should have done, not murder the child. And then at least call authorities. You know what I mean? Something wrong with your kid, call authorities. The first thing you should do if you have any issues with any kid, something look wrong, different, protect your ass. Call authorities and make sure, hey man, I'm reporting this right now. Come help me out over here. You know what I mean? You don't go, and then his whole involvement was allowing his wife to manipulate his mind. She was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and think like criminals. She said something in that nature. Let's have criminal minds. Yeah, she said that. And so he started to help her get rid of the body. He, at one point, it was not working out. The body was not getting burned. So he took the body, I guess, put the body in the trunk of the car and went to work with with the body in the trunk in the. He went to work with the body in the trunk of the car. I can't even say it right. He spoke to a friend, a coworker at the job, and told him what was going on. The coworker had to tell him, "Yo, man, you should do this. Call authorities." And that's what he did. Call authorities. I guess the wife probably think he betrayed her, snitched on her, or whatever. Let's go to her. Let's go to her little thingy right quick. Where is she? Let's see if we can find her little thing. Where is it? There we go. Criminal proceedings. This one. Okay, Tiffany Nicole Moss, the only woman in Georgia right now facing execution. And to be honest with you, she's my type of chick, man. Like image-wise, I don't look at that. I'd rather a girl have natural hair than all that crap with her hair anyway. So, like, she is not ugly to me. You know what I mean? Even with her hair braided in court, whatever, all that sideburns growing, that's a black thing. You know what I'm saying? But she could get rid of that. I can see why the husband was not willing to leave anytime soon. She was not that bad looking. Maybe in court, you know what I mean? But I know she could hook herself up and then bada boom. But what trumps looks is your personality and behavior and who you are as a person. That's what trumps looks to me. So I wouldn't probably involve myself with her ass. All right. She was born July 20th, 1983. You know what I mean? So she's like what, 4 years younger than me. I'm 44 right now. You know what I'm saying? So she's 40 right now. It says right there. Criminal status awaiting execution. Wow. Spouse Iman Moss. That's who's serving a life sentence with no chance of parole. He's a smart one because he ain't facing death. She has 2 kids of her own, but with him. Okay? He has 3 kids of his own, but 2 with her, and 1 came from the other person, which is why she's resentful to the child. Okay? Convictions. All right. Malice, murder, felony. Okay, we already read those. First degree cruelty to children, 3 counts of those. Damn. Concealing the death of another. Okay, criminal penalties, death plus 20 years. Damn. So when she dies, she got 20 years to do, just in case she accidentally come back as a roach or some shit like that. She got 5 years probation, so the roach gonna be doing probation time, sitting his ass down next to your potato chips in fucking shackles. Okay, or cleaning up the yard or something like that. Community service, some shit. All right. State of Georgia. Okay. All right, so yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you quick and fast, and I think this is important. What I'm about to show you right now, the grandmother of the child from the father's side is going to speak, and check out what she has to say. Yo, hit like and subscribe, y'all. All right, let's go.
Knowing the way Imani was being treated, and then to know that her stepbrother and stepsister, sort of as it came out in the court case, they were being treated like you would hope kids would be.
Yeah.
Sort of they were celebrating Halloween and dressing up and going trick-or-treating and stuff like that. And as a grandma to all those children, to know that one of your loved ones is being treated so poorly, can you make sense of that? Or?
I can't, because I don't understand why these are healthy, Tristan and Emma are healthy, and why my granddaughter in the room starving to death.
Exactly.
I can't accept the concept of that, because
if you're mature enough to get married, have kids and all this stuff, you should be mature enough to accept what you come into. She knew her husband had a child with somebody else. You cannot have any resentment for the child. The child did nothing wrong to you. You can't be resentful to that child. Just like having a pet. You can be mad at the dog for crapping on the rug, but you still have to feed that dog. Murderers and criminals are getting fed by the prison system right now. You have to feed them. Slaves were getting fed. You have to feed them. Come on, if slave masters wanted to get their cottons picked, what, you gonna have a bunch of sick people doing it? Or people who are well nourished to do it? Not people who are malnourished. You have to be real evil not to feed a human being.
the water. And why are you mistreating her? And you're not mistreating the other ones. And that's when I know that nothing's wrong with you. You're just a mean person.
Tell me about
that's that Cinderella effect.
court case up until this last week when it was resolved. I can't imagine how tough it was for you to be there. But I'm sure as a grandma you wanted to be there to hear it and see how it came to an end.
Yeah.
How do you find that strength? Every day I saw a picture of you, sort of your hands and your face in your hands, and I could tell you were struggling to be there, but you wanted to be there to hear it.
Yeah.
How did you find the strength to sit through and hear all of
A
it?
lot of times when you saw my hands in my face, I'm praying, you know, asking God to give me strength. Just strength just to carry on, because it's hard. It's hard to see the pictures of her. It's hard to relive all this stuff. And as soon as you think you just got that much of healing, it all comes back. And then it's like you got to start all over.
Can you imagine what it feels like to be in the same room with someone who murdered your loved one? To be in the same room and you have no ways of getting to them, speaking to them, or smacking them dead in they cross they. You know what I mean? You have to sit in there. I'm watching the Jodi Arias trial, and what's his name? Travis Alexander, his family. Oh, the faces they had on they. One of the sisters had the worst face. You see the face? Yo, she wanted to smack her silly in that courtroom. I think in some countries they allow the family to have their way with the criminal, man. So they better be glad it's not like that in America.
I know we were talking off camera. You had talked a little bit here in regular phone calls and seen him once with Iman, your son. And what was it like to see him come to the courtroom and get on the stand and testify in this? And I think you had told me off camera, you told him ahead of time, just tell the truth, just put it all out there.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me a little bit about that?
Well, I just told him to be honest and tell the truth, because the truth does set us all free. And just stop protecting, let go and let God, and just be honest. And I brought my children up to be honest. So I expect for him to be honest. And I
think during the trial, the son had the jitters to see his wife again. And she gave him a look, like just looking at him. I don't know that you could never read her face. You know, you can never trying to determine what's in her mind. Like, she doesn't show that as a person. Like, she's very disconnected. Like, it was weird, like, to see her just sit there.
He was honest and told the truth.
When he was talking to you about testifying in the case, was he struggling with that? Sort of, does he still have any communication with Tiffany? Is there still a relationship there? Sort of, tell me about that.
He said there's no relationship there. And he was not struggling to tell the truth. You know, he said, Mom, I will tell the truth. I'm ready. So I'm ready for you to tell the truth, you know.
Tell me about Tiffany during the trial. I know we heard it from jurors, we heard it from prosecutors, we heard it from the attorneys that were sitting behind her waiting to help her.
Check 1, 2.
Just how strange it was that she wasn't saying anything, she wasn't questioning anyone. What did you think of that as she just sat there quietly through the whole trial?
Well, I have been praying and fasting the whole time. And I have asked,
now, don't you go starving yourself now, Mama.
Lord, let only truth come out her
Praying and
mouth.
fasting.
And if no truth can come out her mouth, then don't let her say a word. All she did was grin and smile like everything's a joke. So, I don't know. I have to go with what I see. The Lord just didn't let her speak. That's the way I see it.
I was reading some of the comments you guys left on a short video, and thanks for supporting that video. It also went, like, a little viral. It's not massive or nothing like that, but I appreciate the 12,000 views. And one of you guys wrote she didn't flinch, and then somebody wrote down she's a monster. Like, when she got when you hear the word death, like the judge tell you're gonna face death, or you're getting death, you're gonna have some kind of reaction. She had no reaction. Not having a reaction out of just being disconnected, or not having a reaction out of being accountable and expecting that to happen. Like Reese Tisdale, he got the death penalty for killing an officer, and he took it like a champ. You know what I mean? But I think they overturned his sentence. But bada boom.
She's been found guilty. But do you think she's accepted guilt for anything?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, because I have not talked with her since the whole incident happened. I have not.
She has no choice but to accept it.
Since I had my granddaughter.
Her husband told the whole thing.
I have nothing to say to her. You know, to get a call from work and saying, you need to come to the station, pick up your granddaughter because she's been beaten. I don't have anything else to say to you.
That was back when you got the temporary custody. You got a call saying, come pick her up.
Yeah. So I had no more to say.
Sometime down the line, Tiffany calls you. Are you accepting that call? Is there anything you want to say to her?
No, there's nothing I can say. There's nothing I can say. You can't.
Now that would be something right there. If Tiffany if she ended up calling her mother-in-law, and she better be apologetic as hell. You know what I mean? But I don't think she has the humanity to do something like that. Some people lack empathy. They cannot begin to understand what you feel. They don't know where to start. They don't even know if it exists.
Take a life and think it's okay.
Tell me, I know you mentioned you had conversations with Danny Porter, the district attorney, about the death penalty in this case. He said this was a case where he was trying it, where he wanted to see the death penalty as a sentence.
Right.
You didn't completely agree with that? I know you said you trusted him.
Yeah, I trusted him to do what he needed to do, but I wanted her to live and suffer, never, ever, ever get out, because I wanted her to feel what my granddaughter felt. I wanted her to understand what she had done to a child.
Yeah, I don't too much understand when they get life or a triple life or 50 life sentences with no parole. I don't get that, because they just mutilated, like, what's her name? Taylor Business. Oh man, I just dropped that short video yesterday. Taylor Business. Talk about disconnected. Check out the shorts. You'll see what I'm talking about. She has with her one of the guys she was messing with. The guy's mother was home, but they was in a basement or something. And after that, I think they was on meth. After that, she mutilated his body. She cut up his penis, put it in a bucket or something like that, trying to chop up. Went to the kitchen, went to go get a knife and chopped off the rest of it, dragged some of the body outside the house. I'm not. And she was in court fighting the attorney. She got the life sentence yesterday with no parole. And she gets to sit down and live in a prison forever and eat forever and not feel what she's done to somebody else. The only way, I think the judicial system is slick. I think they're gonna go ahead and allow her in general population, where people can have their way with her ass, just like how they did to Jeffrey Dahmer. Y'all think y'all slick?
Some closure, satisfaction, or I'll let you choose the word that it brought you. But were you upset when the sentence came back for the death penalty? Were you upset or?
I wasn't upset. I was just like, wow. But I was happy when she got sentenced for all 6 counts. That made me feel good. That's some justice. That's like, wow, finally justice after 5 years. Okay,
cool. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here. Okay, y'all, this is Logic on Steroids. I love y'all. I appreciate the support. Got more videos to come. Law, crime, courtroom, serial killer videos. I know you guys are interested in these type of videos. Much love to y'all. Shouts out to Shorty Cool. Peace. Subscribe, y'all. I'm out.
My logic is on steroids, and I'm doing fine.